Happy Latina Equal Pay Day, everyone. That's me being sarcastic. It is today, but it's nothing to cheer about. Latina Equal Pay Day is the day of the year where Latina pay catches up to that of white non-Hispanic men from the previous year. This year it falls on October 21st, meaning that it took our Latina sisters almost 23 months to earn what our white brothers did in 12. That's an additional 293 days tacked on to 2020's 365. Now, why would this be? Well, it might have something to do with the large gender pay gap that exists between them and non-Hispanic white men. Now, we're all aware of the gap in pay that exists between men and women, right? Well, in 2020, collectively, women earned 84 cents on the dollar compared to men. But looking at the data, we see varying levels between white men and women of all racial backgrounds. Every group has their own equal pay day. But the discrepancy Latinas face is actually the largest. According to the Institute for Women's Policy Research, Latinas as a group have the lowest earnings of any major race or ethnicity and gender group, with the average Latina earning only 57.3% of white non-Hispanic men's earnings in 2020. Now let's do a little math with help from the National Women's Law Center. The center says the difference in pay means a loss of $2,400 a month for Latinas, adding up to over $1.1 million over 40 years. With earning rates like this, it's a wonder why more than 15% of adult Latinas were living in poverty in 2019, a number more than likely due to the pandemic that increased to nearly 17% in 2020. In a nation as wealthy as ours, numbers like this are offensive and should be unacceptable. We're talking about struggling families, not just faceless individuals we pass in the grocery store or on the street. You know, some of the ones we call heroes at the beginning of the pandemic. So how do we close this gap, and not just for Latinas, but for all women? We tackle it head on instead of just talking about it. We demand policies that level up wage inequities across the board. Notice I said level up, not bring down. For Latinas specifically, we recognize the value that they add in whatever fields they bring their skills to and compensate them fairly.